Hello everybody, Advanced64 here, and welcome to another episode of Pokemon Emerald. In the last episode, we started playing this old Let's Play, and we got our first starter, Deku the Trico. Let's actually get a better look at the guy. I never really showed him off. He has a serious nature, which I believe is actually a neutral nature. It doesn't affect any of the stats in a major way. I say that, but natures are mainly just a way to affect these little stats right here. If you have, say, an adamant nature, you're going to have a little bit more attack than special attack, but it's not really so much of a big deal. The only really big times it's like a big matter that you want to have these things is if you're doing competitive Pokemon. You can do perfectly fine if you have a Pokemon whose main purpose is attack but has a minus attack nature. It should still do you perfectly fine in the normal place of Pokemon, so don't immediately count those guys out. They could probably even still do really good, because certain times if one nature is down, it's boosting another, so it can give you a really good utility out of a certain Pokemon that you weren't really expecting. But if you go here, this is everything that you need to see on the Pokemon. Back here, it doesn't really matter yet, but these are the two moves that we have on the Pokemon already. And this is the little thing right here. You can see our trainer ID up in there. That doesn't really matter too much, but there is one thing that we can do with that later in one of the later cities. If we talk to this guy, hi, I work at a Pokemart. Can I get you to come with me? It's a Pokemart. How could I tell? It probably has Mart on the side. This is a Pokemart. Just look at the blue roof. We sell a variety of goods, including Pokeballs for catching Pokemon. Here, I'd like you to have this as a promotional item. Now, that is slightly misleading. We got a potion, and that's really the main part of wanting to talk to this guy. He says that they sell Pokeballs, and that is true. However, if we go talk to this guy right now, no Pokeballs. And it's like, what a ripoff. Why does this guy not have any Pokeballs at all? The whole reason for that is that we need to beat May first, and then we can get ourselves some Pokeballs. I want to take a rest, so I'm game? Okay. That's all, just telling you to save your game, I guess. But if we try going over here, we can't go over here, because... Oh, wait! Please don't come in here! I just discovered the footprints of a rare Pokemon! Wait until I finish sketching them, okay? This whole town doesn't really have too much to go on, except that guy who gives you a free potion. Free potion is really nice, especially for what's going on next. Now, I did not show off a random encounter. Whenever you walk into the grass, you're gonna get a Pokemon jump out you, like how that Zigzagoon did to me after I got the Trico. Now, this is a Poochyena. Poocyenas are a little bit different. Instead of being the normal type, like Zigzagoon was, Poochyena here is actually a dark type. Which is actually supposed to be better in special attack, but this guy is more physical, but he can learn special attack moves for being a dark type with the Pokemon. Alright, now we're just gonna beat him up and get a little experience for him. He's level 3, so we should get a good amount. And this is Pokemon, pretty much. Beat up Pokemon, you'll get stronger Pokemon. May is right up here, so we just gotta go up there and talk to her. See if we can get another Pokemon encounter. We have 2 potions, so we should be okay. It's another Poochyena. Alright. Gonna go ahead and take this guy out. Now, nothing too big should happen with a lot of these. Oh, that guy actually missed. And now Tackle does, I believe, a little bit more damage than Pound in this game, but has a 5% chance to miss. Certain moves have a percent chance to miss, and other moves have a chance to never miss, no matter what you do. So it's always good to keep those in mind. Sometimes there's good to using those moves. We have got another move in Absorb, which is our first Grass-type move, and that is a really good move, because whenever we use it, we'll get half the HP that we do against our enemy back to us. Let's see, the Pokemon found on Route 103 includes... Oh, hi, Peter. Oh, I see. My dad gave you a Pokemon as a gift. Since we're here, let's have a quick battle. I'll give you a taste of what being a trainer is like. Alright, so... I believe we should be good here. I don't know what she was trying to find. There was just basically Poochyena there. There is one other Pokemon on this route, which is pretty good, but as you can see, May here has a Torchic, which is the weakness of the Pokemon I'm using. Trico is weak to fire, but we don't have to worry about that too much right now, because Torchic should not have any fire moves yet. However, that's not saying that this isn't really a threat at all. In fact, after this next scratch, I want to heal if I don't get critical hitted. Okay, thank God. I'm gonna go ahead and use a potion right here. We can go into our item bag and heal us whenever we need. That's why I went out of my way to go get the first potion. And I was also worried if we were going to get critical hitted at one point in this battle. That would have not been good at all. Oh, that is actually Growl, which will cut our attack down a little, so we'll do a little less damage whenever we use Tackle now. We're a little low, we're pretty much done here, so we'll use Absorb. Absorb doesn't do too much damage since it's a fire type, but we still get a little bit of health in return. One point of health in this point in this game is, like, still, like, a lot. Like, you know, 1 out of 24 now, so that's pretty good. And we got to level 7, so we're doing really good with Deku. Wow, that's great. Peter, you're pretty good. And I got $300. Oh my god. I should be a Pokemon trainer too. I think I know why my dad has an eye out for you now. I mean, you got that Pokemon, but I already likes you. You might be able to befriend any kind of Pokemon easily. Well, it's time to head back to the lab. So we should go ahead and do that. You can go ahead and keep battling around right now if you want to keep training up. It's never a bad idea to have good levels, but it will make you kind of breeze through the game a little easy, I won't lie. Peter, over here, let's hurry home. In fact, a lot of speedrun tactics in this game is kind of just choose a really good start, or choose the starter and then go through the whole game like that and get a lot of good levels like that. Because you won't be really having to share experience across any other Pokemon if you don't catch any of those, but we'll get to that in a little second. Right now we just gotta go to the Pokemon lab. Oh, hi Peter. I heard that you beat May on your first try. That's excellent. May has been helping me with my research for a long time. May has an extensive history of a trader already. Here, Peter, I ordered this for my research, but I think you should have this Pokedex. And we got the Pokedex. Now we can see information about all the Pokemon that we catch, including Trico that we just got, but that won't show up right off the bat unless we go look into Pokedex. Pokedex is a high-tech tool that automatically makes a record of any Pokemon that you meet or catch. My kid May it goes everywhere with it. So whenever my kid catches a rare Pokemon and records its data into Pokedex, why May looks for me while I'm out doing field work, and it shows me. Oh wow, Peter, you got a Pokedex too. That's great, just like me. I got something for you too. Oh hey, Pokeballs. So now we can go ahead and catch Pokemon with these. It's fun if you can get a lot of Pokemon. I'm gonna go look all over the place because I want to catch different Pokemon. If I find any cute Pokemon, I'll catch them with Pokeballs. So now we're set to go off on our Pokemon journey pretty much. We got our Pokedex and our Pokeballs. We gotta go catch Pokemon and... oh wait, our mom's got something for us too. Peter, did you introduce yourself to Professor Birch? Oh, what an adorable Pokemon. You got it from Professor Birch. How nice. You're a father's child, alright, and you look good together with Pokemon. Here, Pokemon. Yes, here, Pokemon. You have some shoes. Not my son. Who you don't need shoes. I'm gonna give these sweet kicks to Deku. Let him run around. Peter, those shoes came with instructions. If you hold B, now you can run. Slip on these running shoes and race into the great outdoors. To think that you have your very own Pokemon now. Your father will be overjoyed. But please be careful. If anything happens, you can come back home. Go on and go get them, honey. Now, if I want, I can always go back to my house and talk to your mother, and your mother will heal your Pokemon like any other Pokemon Center, which I don't think I've actually showed off yet. I don't know if I don't think there's anyone who's currently watching this who wouldn't know what a Pokemon Center is, and I'm definitely gonna have to stop there a lot. This is a new Pokemon, by the way, Wurmple. Wurmple is really nice, but I think we're gonna go into a Pokemon Center pretty much right after this, because Wurmple actually has a move that can be super effective. I don't think it has it yet, but a little information about Wurmple. It's kind of like a mixture of Caterpie and Weedle in one Pokemon. It is bug and poison like Weedle, but whenever it gets to level 7, it'll evolve into one of two Pokemon at random, either Silcoon or Cascoon. It is at random, it's not gender-based, because you can have male and female Cascoon and Silcoon respectively. But Silcoon and Cascoon will evolve into different Pokemon, being Beautifly and Dustox. And they're both pretty neat Pokemon in their own right. I kind of like them because I just kind of like them being neat, and Jessie in the Pokemon series, I did end up getting a Dustox, and that's why I kind of like Dustox a little. I believe May in the Pokemon series also got a Beautifly, but I like the Dustox better. I've been discussing footprints of a rare Pokemon, but it turned out they were only my own fingerprints. Well, that's sad. I'm gonna go ahead and... This is Route 02. You'd think we'd go to Route 02 before Route 03, but... Nope, it looks like we don't. There's some grass up there, we can encounter some Pokemon. There's a lot of good Pokemon on this route. In fact, there's one Pokemon in fact that I want to get. If you have Pokemon with you, then you're officially a Pokemon trainer. You can't say no to my challenge. And this is our first major Pokemon battle besides May. Going now, pretty much whenever you go past a trainer and they're looking at you, you gotta fight them. This is Pokemon trainer Calvin, and he has Gianna. Fun fact, if you're playing Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, he'll actually have a Zigzagoon, as in he'll have the Pokemon that is different, depending on the game that you have in the beginning, because if it's Ruby and Sapphire, a Poochyena will be choosing Professor Birch around before you go catch your Pokemon. I mean, you go get your Pokemon. But instead, in those games, he'll have a Zigzagoon, who was chasing Professor Birch around in this game. So it's just kind of a little neat thing. It's like he went to go catch the other Pokemon that would normally go chase Professor Birch, and he was like, I don't like my Zigzagoon, I guess I'll just go let him out. And, well, looks like we beat it, and Deku's looking really good. Level 8, that is really nice. Urgh, I lost! I should have traded mine more. Now, a little earlier I said that I do want to catch another Pokemon here, and I'm sure some of you are already thinking, oh, yes, I know what that Pokemon is. Everybody loves to get this Pokemon on this route. And now, there's kind of two Pokemon that can fall under this category in my book. Now, you can find Zigzagoon, Poochyena in this route as well, and I believe Wurmple as well. There was only another one Pokemon that we were missing out in 103. I should have showed that off, but we'll see him a little later. And I wasn't really looking to use it, but it's a nice little water Pokemon if you wanted to pick it up and be Wingull. I'll bring it up again once we ever see a Wingull. But after beating this guy, I think I'm going to show off just a couple things of the tall grass. Although, I'm gonna admit, trying to find the Pokemon that you want to find in tall grass can be a little tedious sometimes. Sometimes it works right off the bat, and other times it takes 30 minutes. So I might be at that for a while. Though I'm not gonna make you guys sit through that if that really comes to that. Alright, we beat Bug Catcher Rick. Of course, bug catchers mainly have bugs. I don't think there's a single bug catcher in this game that does not have bugs. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can catch anything in here. Just a Zigzagoon. Actually, on that note, I think I'm actually going to catch this Zigzagoon. We're not going to use this in battle for most part, but Zigzagoon is actually a very nice utility Pokemon because Zigzagoon can learn HM moves, which aren't important now because we don't have a single one of those, but HM moves basically are things that are moves that let you move on to the game, because there are certain obstacles that are in your way that can only be get rid of if you have an HM move on your Pokemon. And we don't really have any Pokemon, so a good way of just kind of kicking up some inventory would be catching this guy right here. And there's another reason why just having it in the inventory is actually really good for you. I'll get to that in a second. We got Zigzagoon, the tiny raccoon Pokemon, rubbing its nose against the ground. It always wanders back and forth in search of something. It leaves distinguished by the zigzag footprints in its column. It leaves. I guess it's just because of the way it walks. We're not really going to be using this Pokemon too much, so I'm just going to call it Ziggy. I figured just having Zigzagoon back there amongst our Pokemon who have names, that'd be a little, you know, a little boring, but we got Ziggy to help us out, and the main reason I also really wanted Ziggy is that ability right there, Pickup. I didn't really go over abilities back when I showed off Trico, but you can see how over there it says Overgrowth, which will power up grass moves within a pinch, and Pickup here pickups items. And so whenever we beat a Pokemon battle, even just a wild Pokemon, we have a 10% chance of finding an item. This also depends on the level that our Zigzagoon is, unless you're playing Ruby and Sapphire, then it's different. But there's still really nice moves that we can get, and this was actually the other Pokemon I was really hoping into running into. Now, this Lotad, if you remember, was the Pokemon that Professor Birch sent out, and I really want this guy, because Lotad is one of my more favorite Hoenn Pokemon. At first, I was not thinking about getting this guy, because we already have Deku, who is a grass type, and I didn't really know what to name this guy either. But then I was like, wait, this is my Let's Play, I can do what I want. So hopefully we get this guy, and yes! Alright, so I've been really lucky at catching Pokemon. Pokemon can break out of Pokeballs. It's just more of a chance of, well, there's a little random number chance between every time you catch a Pokemon and whatnot. I hurt this guy a little so it'd make it easier on me. Don't really know what to... Alright, I think I got one. I'm gonna call you Jam. Alright, let's go with Jam. Good old Jam. Now, only bad thing about Jam is that it's only got one move. It's Astonish. And Astonish can't really do much right now. But I'm sure Jam will become a very good staple Pokemon that you'll all like eventually later on the road. But it's kind of not so good right now. But we can help train that in other ways by having Jam out in front and then switching it to Deku to take out things. Which I'm gonna do in a second once I get out to this guy. This guy's a little tough because of a certain Pokemon that he has. But we should do alright. Alright, let's go fight this guy. Did you just become a trainer? We're both beginners. Alright, so now we gotta fight this guy. And, word of warning, if you are using Trico, this guy can be a little bit of a challenge. Not for this first Pokemon here, but for his next. Alright, so, as you can see, we got Zigzagoon out here, and Zigzagoon is a normal type. If we try using Astonish against this guy, well, it's not going to really go well for us because Astonish being a ghost type move, it cannot hit a normal type Pokemon. And normal type moves cannot hit ghost Pokemon. But fortunately for Jam, Jam is a water and grass Pokemon, so we're not going to have the luxury of not getting hit. So Jam can't really do anything for us right now, but we'll have Deku take care of this Zigzagoon right here. Alright, ooh. Got hit right there. I think I'm going to use Absorb on this guy too to gain some health back as well, because that would be really nice. Zigzagoon shouldn't really be too much of trouble. If you do want to actually use Zigzagoon, they're not bad, especially they can learn Headbutt really early on, which is actually really nice, especially with a normal Pokemon with Stab, and they can learn a lot of TM moves later on. So if you did actually want to end up using Zigzagoon, I'm not going to keep the Zigzagoon that I have forever. But if you wanted to, then yeah, Zigzagoon isn't a horrible Pokemon. There's a lot worse Pokemon that you can rely on, and I personally like it, and if you want to use it, go ahead, I feel free. But this is kind of the guy I was more worried about earlier when I was getting into the battle with this guy. It's only a level 3 Tailo, but the problem with this guy is that he's a flying type, and flying types are super effective against grass types, and more particularly with this flying type, its only move right now is Peck, which, as you can see, is not a fun move. That did 7 health to us, which, alright, that's not so bad. I'll see how much Pound does. Alright, so hopefully another Pound or two in. Okay, that is a critical hit, the first time we get that, see that. That will double, I believe, I think it might be triple, but I think it double or triple the move that you just did. I forget at the top of my head. I'll probably recorrect it later on down the road when I figure it out. But I'm more kind of just scared right now for my life. Okay. So we beat that guy. I probably should have healed in retrospect. If that did not kill that guy, the only person that would have been able to help me would have been Ziggy, because Astonish would have did no damage whatsoever. Alright. But yeah, we beat that guy. It was no problem at all. Remember how I told you that the clock was kind of important? This is one of the only reasons why. Berries. Now, these berries are fully grown, but there are berries in the overworld that aren't fully grown yet, or berries that you can eventually plant. I can do that right now, but I don't want to do that yet until I have a certain item, because it makes berries grow a lot faster. But if you plant a berry, I believe in a full day's growth, it should grow into a whole berry tree where you can get more berries from it. So you use one berry, you put it down, and you grow another berry tree, which will give you 2 to 3 berries. We don't really have a lot of health to deal with you. I'm gonna show off a Pokemon Center real quick then, because I did not do that at Old Dale Town, I believe. We're at Petalburg City. Hello and welcome to the Pokemon Center. We go talk to Nurse Joy, and she's gonna go ahead and heal our Pokemon for us. Puts that in that machine, and we're all set. Alright. Now, there is one thing that we gotta do before we can leave this town. I do want to go back and fight that trainer. Let's do that real quick, actually. Because there's a little item right down there. I'm gonna keep winning and aim to be the best trainer. Help me further my career. So I should still have Lotad out in front, which is good, because I do want Lotad out in front until he can actually get a move to fight with. I'm probably going to do a little off-screen training with Lotad too. Not too much, because I don't want to be super overpowered even before the first gym. But I don't want all that you see of Jam is Jam showing her face, and then Deku being like, oh yeah, this is my gig, you get out of here. I don't like that, so we're going to go ahead and take out this guy. And I don't know when we're going to get our next move. I believe it's level 7, but we do also get Absorb on Lotad. Well, there's another move that I do want to get on Lotad that I feel will do it better than moves that it's going to end up getting. And I could also put it on Deku, but personally Deku gets a lot of cool moves without a certain TM that's coming up. So I think we'll do okay without it. Alright. Only one more Pokemon. This is actually a Shroomish. We can actually take care of this guy with Jam, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we'll switch to Jam. Now, not Jam, the Shroomish is a Grass-type Pokemon, so that means we can actually hit it with Astonish. And it doesn't do... That's a critical hit. Okay, I was gonna say, that did a lot more damage than I thought it was gonna do. Okay, and we got Effect Spores, so now we're paralyzed, which is our first time we ever got a status on us. Shroomishes can stink, because whenever you attack them, their ability will either put you to sleep, paralyze you, or poison you, and it's no fun. Right now we're paralyzed, and paralysis will make us not move from time to time, because it's fun. Real fun. Especially when you're using it, but not on the receiving end. Alright, I'm gonna switch off. I was hoping that we could beat that with Jam, but I think Deku might have to take over for this one. Hopefully we do not fall asleep when we pound this dude. Okay. Okay. We're okay right now. Absorb's just gonna heal up Shroomish a little bit. I believe this next pound should take out the Shroomish. And yep, we're all set with that. Alright. And are we gonna be level 10? Close, we're almost level 10. I ended up furthering your career. And we got $64. Awesome. And we could buy a Nintendo 64. Although I think Nintendo 64s were more than $64 back when they came out. Which is kind of misleading. Everything's got to be 64, man. It's the only way it works. So, alright. I'm gonna quickly heal again. I might not show this off, because, I just did. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. And then there's one place that we want to go into the city before I want to end this off. And there's just gonna be this little gym off right over here. But if we don't want to go through that, we'll just go over here. And, this guy noticed us. Hiya! Are you maybe a rookie trainer? Do you know what Pokemon traders do when they reach a new town? They first check what kind of gym is in their town. See, this is Petalburg City's gym. This is a gym sign. Look for it whenever you're looking for a gym, or the building that looks like a gym and it says gym on it. Both of these would be very clear indicators. But okay, that guy won't let us pass, so let's go ahead and talk to this dude. Dad, Well, if it isn't Peter, so you're all finished moving in. I'm surprised you managed to get here by yourself. Oh, I see, you're with your Pokemon. Then I guess you're going to become a trainer like me, Peter. That's good news. I'll be looking forward to it. Oh, this other dude. Here to talk to our dad, I guess. I'd like to get a Pokemon, please. Oh, you're right. You're Wally, right? I'm going to stay with my relatives in Vetra Town. I thought I'd be lonely by myself, so I wanted to take a Pokemon along, but I never caught a Pokemon before, so I don't know how. I see. Peter, you heard that right? Go with Wally, and make sure that he safely catches a Pokemon. Wally, here, I'll load you my Pokemon. Wally received a Zigzagoon. Oh wow, a Pokemon. I'll give you a Pokeball too. Go for it. Oh, don't mess it up too. This is only one Pokeball. Oh wow, thank you, Peter. Will you really come with me? Yes. I don't really have a choice. I'm not walking right now. You're walking for me. Alright, so I guess we're going back to the place where we were. And just immediately going to go see what we can find. Peter, Pokemon hide in tall grass like this, don't they? Please watch me and see if I catch one properly. So, if you did not know how to catch a Pokemon, this is a catching tutorial. This guy will teach you how to catch a Pokemon. And this guy finds a Routes. And Routes is the other rare encounter that a lot of people actually like catching that I was talking about earlier other than Lotad. Because Routes can become a really good Psychic Pokemon, and probably the best one in the game next to Alakazam, which you can't really get because Alakazam you need to trade with someone to get, which means you can't get it, but it's a lot more difficult. Gardevoir itself, which will Routes will eventually become a really, really good Pokemon. So if you want to pick this guy up, it's not a bad idea at all. Although, only thing to be said about Routes is that it only has Growl, so it's honestly a little bit worse off than my Lotad at the moment. I mean, it can somewhat defend itself with Astonish, and not that much, but this guy doesn't even have anything to defend himself with. It's only got Growl, so it can only lower attack. So if you want to train this guy, you're going to have to pull some extra weight, but I believe at level 7 it gets Confusion, and it should be alright after that. Alright, and this dude caught a Routes. So, again, if you ever want to catch Routes, just go right here. I believe this is the only place to catch Routes in this game, and it's really good. It's just a little hard to find, so you're gonna have to keep working at it. I believe it's only like a 5% encounter in that whole route. So it did it work? Thank you, yes it did. Here's your Pokemon back. Peter, thank you for coming along with me. You two are why I was able to catch my Pokemon. I kinda just stood there and watched, but yes, I promise I'll take really good care of it. Oh, my mom's waiting for me. I have to go. Bye, Peter. Now, Peter, if you want to become a strong trainer, here's my advice. Head for Rustboro City beyond this town. There, you should challenge the gym leader Roxanne. After her, go on to other Pokemon gyms and defeat their leaders. Collect badges from them, understood? Of course, I'm a gym leader too. We'll battle one day, Peter. But that's only after you become stronger. I want to battle you right now. I'm strong enough. I'm super tough. Just gotta believe me. Oh, some dude with sunglasses coming up. Excuse me, let me guess. From the way you're dressed, are you a Pokemon trainer? Duh. Everybody likes these dots these days. Well, maybe not. Your clothes aren't all that dirty. You're a rookie trainer, or maybe you're just an ordinary kid. I'm roaming the land in search of talented trainers. I'm sorry to have taken your time. You're not talented enough to be around my cool presence. Just takes off. Alright. I'll see you, dude. Alright, now we're on Route 104. And a little bit beyond this point, we gotta go up to Rustboro City. There's a little place that we're gonna go off beyond this. And there's 2 new Pokemon that we can catch in this route, but I think I'll show those off a little bit in the next episode. I'm gonna do a little bit of training for Jam off camera so that you don't have to constantly watch me do this in order just to have Jam in the episode. But Jam will do us good, I promise you. Jam will be the best Pokemon in this entire game. I say this as I'm using Deku and horribly putting Deku to shame. Chico is really good as well. Both are really good grass Pokemon, and I'm gonna show that you can use more than one type on one team. Because that's what I want to do, and no one can tell me otherwise. Alright. So we got to level 10 and level 5. That's really good. And one thing real quick. Why don't we show off this little place? And it's a little hut. It's got nice music. Oh yeah. Start dance music, but there's nothing really going on here. I guess we'll start off with looking at this pottery. It's a nice little pottery. And, oh, there's a little tea on the I'm gonna go grab myself a little cushion, enjoy myself some tea, And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day as well. And I'd like to thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you very much.